The gradebook is very powerful in Canvas. It is also very different from the gradebook in Blackboard Vista. You'll find yourself spend a lot of time in the gradebook while teaching online. So this video will walk you through the basics of gradebook so that you know how to use it well and effectively. First, let's go to the gradebook by clicking on the grade link here. And as you can see in the gradebook, each column represents an activity and each row is a student. And the student name and assignments headings are clickable links. For the privacy concerns of the student, we hide the student name in this video, but in your actual course, you can click on the student name and see all the grades for this student. And if you click on the activity title at the top of the column, you can go to the assignments directly. And notice that at the top left corner, there's a search box here. This would be handy because you can quickly pull out one particular student's grade. And on the gradebook, the colors and icons in the cell will tell you a lot about submission status. For example, the numbers in the cell means the submission is graded. Click the speech bubble in the cell and you can view comments for this assignment. The red color means late submission for a particular student. And the file icon here means that your student uploaded a file in the Dropbox that needs to be graded. The little typewriter icon means that this is a text entry type of submission that needs to be graded. The empty cell means that there's no submission for this assignment from the student yet. If you have a Turnitin assignment set up, you can click on the colored speech bubble and view the originality score and report. While technically you can enter grades and comments on the gradebook, the most effective way to grade is to go to the SpeedGrader where you can view your student's submission while grading. To access the SpeedGrader, we'll click the round button here and click SpeedGrader. You can leave comments on the document itself, but you can also add grades and leave comments on the right-hand side of the screen, and even add media comments here. You can also download files from the SpeedGrader. If you want to take an in-depth look at the SpeedGrader, we encourage you to check out our video on the assignments tool. Okay, let's go back to this gradebook to take a further look at its layout. And you can resize the columns by dragging the edge of the columns with the resize cursor. And you can reorder the rows by clicking on the boxes of the headings. For example, if you click on the box of the student name, you can resort rows by student last name. The columns are ordered by the assignment groups that you defined in the assignments tool. So, for example, if you created an assignment group called discussion participation, all the participation grades in this group will go together in the gradebook. Within one assignment group, the columns are ordered by due dates. So it's really the assignment group and due date that drives the order of the assignments columns. If you go all the way to the right of the gradebook, you'll see a final total column and a subtotal column for each assignment group. Canvas automatically set up these columns for you, and you can tell them apart from the individual assignment columns by their black heading. In the blue heading columns, you can enter or change grades, whereas in the black heading columns, you cannot enter or change the grades. These columns are automatically calculated and converted to the percentage type of the grade, based on the individual scores that you enter in the blue heading columns. And the nice thing about these total columns is that you don't have to calculate the total scores manually anymore. However, you do want to make sure that the assignment group's weights are set up correctly. You can check or set up the weights in the gradebook by clicking the gear icon on the top left corner and click Set Group Weight. And check the box here and enter the percentage for each assignment group and click Save to update the group weights. Since we mentioned the gear icon on the top left corner, let's play with it a little bit more. This icon actually gives us several useful tools. For example, you'll be able to track the grade change history by clicking the View Grading History here. And you can download or upload grades in spreadsheet. And you can hide student name. And you can reorder the columns by due dates. And you can treat the ungraded assignments as zeros. If you click Show Concluded Enrollment, you can view grades of previously enrolled students, but you cannot make any changes there. If we hover over the blue heading of an assignment, and we'll see another button here. From here, you can access SpeedGrader, and you can mail a group of students who haven't submitted yet. Or you can mail a group of students whose score passed or didn't pass a certain score. and you can set default score for a column. But remember that all the students will get the same score for this assignment if you set up the default score, and the default score will override the existing scores. So be careful about the default score. And you can bulk download the submissions all at once here. And lastly, you can mute an assignment. What does mute assignment mean? Well, by default, students will see the grades as soon as you assign the grades in Canvas. But if you make the assignment muted, you can block students from viewing the grades or comments until you unmute the assignment. And your student can tell the assignment is muted by the speaker icon on the assignment column heading. Whenever you use this function, please remember to unmute them when you are done with grading. Otherwise, your student won't see their grades for these assignments. So be really careful. As you can see, the gradebook in Canvas is really powerful. It is also very different from that in Canvas, both in terms of its layout and grading process. Therefore, we encourage our online instructors to spend some time playing with the gradebook. It is important to know how to use the speed grader and understand the icons, speech bubbles, and different color cues on the gradebook, because that can really speed up the grading process.